Won-Jin, chicken and beer, or soju and kimchi jjigae? Which one is it?
Chicken and beer.
Oh my god.
Fuck soju.
Hamburger and Coke or chicken and beer?
Hamburger and Coke.
Oh my fucking god. Spaghetti or ramyun?
Ramyun all the way.
Korean ramyun, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe J Movies So Awesome. I'm Joe.
I'm Won-Jin.
This is our Let's Talk session where we talk with y'all about everything and anything. Yeah, think of this as the podcast part of our channel. We put in title as in Let's Rank Ridley Scott and Tarantino movies because Ridley Scott and Tarantino happens to be me and Won-Jin's one of our favorite directors. And we just started talking about it before we started the video. We couldn't think of anything else, so that's why we put it on the title. But we can talk about anything and everything y'all want to say. Hip-hop, rap, music, current events, anything.
Zizzy, what's up?
Zizzy in the building. So, favorite Tarantino movie, I would have to say Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, me too. Number 1, Pulp Fiction.
You know what? Number 2, Hateful Eight.
For me, number 2 would be...
What's up, Void in the building?
Oh, man.
Our triple.
Two.
A big shout out to Void, Scott Walker, and Zezzy, our triple trouble. Thank you so much. You guys have been wonderful.
For me, number 2 is Death Proof.
Oh, you know what's so interesting about that? Huh. Oh, what's up, Walker? Hey, boys, like I said earlier, why do you think Toby's Spider-Man were in talks to do Fantastic Four movie? They couldn't get him to... I think they probably couldn't have got him the money.
And also, like I said, they have licensing problems.
Yeah.
Because those licenses belong to different companies.
Right.
Spider-Man belongs to Sony Pictures. And Fantastic Four was with 20th Century Fox.
Hateful Eight is like Tarantino's King Lear to me. It's like a master at work. It's like a filmmaker making a film about films, but also with his characteristic story.
And maintaining its entertainment value.
Yes.
Which is very difficult to pull off.
Can I be honest, Won-Jin? Out of all of Tarantino's movies, I have rewatched Hateful Eight the most. I rewatched it literally like 96 times. It's so perfect. What's up?
It just reminded me of the ending when Walton Goggins and Samuel just like, wait, let me watch.
Yeah, no, you know what it is?
That was so hilarious.
No, remember, it's Hateful Eight as opposed to Magnificent Seven. It's also this anti-Western.
That's right. And even the music is composed by the great Ennio Morricone.
That's why it's an anti-Western, because the sound is from so much famous Western, but the movie is such... There are so many subversions in it.
It's like Agatha Christie.
Yeah. Agatha Christie on crack. And, now that I'm getting on the yin-yang thing, that's why I also love Ridley Scott. You know what I love about Ridley Scott?
What?
He's like the anti-Spielberg to me. They're so similar in that they're visual geniuses. But you know what I love about Ridley Scott movie is I'm pretty sure he's a very, very dark person. Like he don't like human beings.
I swear, if they ever have a conversation, I'm pretty sure they've already had.
Yeah.
I bet they're gonna hate each other.
No.
They're not gonna get along very well.
No, I disagree.
Really?
I think they're gonna respect each other so much. Except every movie's ending will be different. Ridley Scott is like, why aren't the dinosaurs finished off the humans? You know, there's no...
Even in E.T. Why didn't the E.T. call the mothership to kill all these humans?
Yeah, what? Like, disgusting. Like, yeah, so I think they're going to actually respect each other so much.
Bruce
so
Willis was recently diagnosed with frontal temporal dementia. Yeah, that's so sad,
Who?
man. Bruce Willis. You know, he's got dementia. That's why he stopped acting. He can't remember what he used to be.
Hey, can I say something? I have family members with that, and I also have a friend who's taking care of a mother like that. Ah, man, it's
got to be painful to watch.
It's like, have you guys ever had like a cancer patient around you? It's like you love somebody, but there's nothing you can do for them. You know, it's a special kind of pain. It's not. No.
Have you ever wondered what actors eat on the set? I bet they have like caterers, and if they're like picky enough to not eat the food provided by the caterers, they probably like whip their assistants to bring them food from their favorite restaurant.
No, but Won-Jin, I think I read an interview a long time ago. Like certain films, like the studio decides what they eat because they have to keep fit.
Oh, okay. In that case, that makes sense.
So there's a lot of different different ways actors do that. Okay.
Is it like the same problem with Ben Affleck's Daredevil when Tobey Maguire was supposed to be in that movie as well? Maybe, but let me check which studio produced Daredevil. Hold on. Was that 2004? Oh, 2003.
So Scott, I think there's a lot of reasons why those casting don't work out in the end because
Oh yeah, this is also 20th Century Fox. Yeah.
I mean, and the actor and the agent have to love the script. And, like, the money has to be right. And there's scheduling conflicts, too. So there's, like, 1,001 reasons why those things don't work. And right now, he actually lost his capacity of speaking, walking, and using his hands. Oh, Jesus Christ. Also, he doesn't remember that he used to be famous. Oh, really? Hey, rest in peace, Hulk Hogan.
That's right.
Yeah, now that we're talking about
and
that.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh my God. You know what was crazy? When I lived in America, there was this reality show with the
Osbournes. Yeah. And what's his daughter's name? Kelly Osbourne? They had a lot of stardom back then. And that was really interesting
they
show.
They were already in their 50s.
You know, these like rock stars, we only see them singing. We're not really familiar with what they're like in real life. So that was pretty cool.
It was. In Scream 2, did you know in the scene where Dewey and Gail got attacked by Ghostface, it was actually a woman underneath the Ghostface costume? Oh, really?
Stunt woman. Okay.
That's grim. His dementia must... Yeah. Yo, dementia is a horrible disease.
Oh, by the way, since Scott Walker mentioned the stunt woman, that's why I love the whole Death Proof thing. Because I think that movie was written so that Tarantino could cast his favorite stunt woman as a lead actress in the film.
No, but Won-Jin, so my question is, why is it Death Proof for you, the second best Tarantino film?
Death Proof? It's, again, from its simplicity. The whole setting is so simple. You have this crazy-ass psychopath killer. We don't know anything about him. We just know that this guy's sick. And the first half of the movie basically invests time on showing how horrific this piece of shit is, so that we don't feel sorry for him later. And then, by coincidence, his next target just so happens to be a group of stunt women. So this is like that, one of those favorite tropes in movies. You know, like the villain just happens to mess with the wrong guy, and everything turns to shit for him. So it was like that. And although it looks like the whole grainy film texture and the way it's like roughly cut in between scenes, it looks like a B movie. But if you listen carefully to the dialogue, this is like Reservoir Dogs class dialogue. It's very well written. And usually the movie has, you know, like the rising conflict, and it eventually has the climax and the movie ends. It has a very different structure. So it has two climaxes throughout the movie. First one is when the psychopath kills those innocent women. The second part is where they have that car chase and they beat the shit out of stuntman Mike. And normally the movie's supposed to have like a resolution phase where the action falls and everything's settled. The movie ends right there at that climax, which is super fun.
Yo, Won-Jin, I have a suggestion. Let's divide Death Proof to part 1 and part 2. When you have time, watch the second half first and then the first one. I want to see your reaction.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, because that's the thing that Tarantino, I wouldn't say innovated, but because he's not the first one to do it, but Pulp Fiction made it iconic.
Yeah,
you know, because
like the omnibus
plus he kind of makes blocks within stories,
and you kind of have to guess where the timeline is.
Yeah, but not on Death Proof, because that's why I said it, because Death Proof is like chronologically straight with that story device of part 1 is
stuntman Mike's.
Yeah, you could argue
atrocities.
It's almost like a mini series.
Mm.
So like that'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Void. Yeah, my aunt is diagnosed. Oh, brain tumor, and she's like a mother. Oh, sorry to hear that, Void. I'm really sorry to hear that, Void. Scott Walker. You know what's not fair? All these actors that will grab watching on a movie TV show are all dying off or getting ill. Even the child actors. Yeah, Walker. It shows we're getting old. Such is life, yeah. Does he? Oh, I really liked Hulk Hogan when I was a kid because he looked like Santa Claus on steroids. I never got Santa Claus vibes from Hulk Hogan, though, to be honest.
Mm.
Walker, if you listen very closely in Scream 2, you can hear a woman grating when Gale, his ghost face, surrounding, and Dewey get chased and stabbed, and you can imagine how much they...
The stunt people get paid?
I don't think they get paid really well.
Mm.
In Scream 2, when Ghostface attacks Dewey and Gale, she's playing Billy's mother. Oh, okay. Interesting. So this is an important one, Jen. Third favorite Tarantino movie.
Inglourious Basterds.
I knew you
yeah,
would
Inglourious
fucking say
Basterds.
that. Hey, for me, it's Django Unchained.
I was debating between Django and Inglourious Basterds.
But the funny thing
it's got to be Inglourious Basterds.
No, but do you know what's funny? The
What?
fourth one for me is not Inglourious Basterds.
Okay, what is it?
Fourth one is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's my fourth one.
Okay.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood also has that King Lear element for me.
Especially because of DiCaprio's storyline and
No.
his acting?
No. I'm talking about Tarantino as a director.
Oh, okay.
Because they're just... Once Upon a Time in Hollywood like uses techniques that Tarantino has been mastering his whole life. So I'm talking about a mature director's like work. But just to me, to my taste, Hateful Eight is just better. Because for me, Hateful Eight never has a boring moment. But Once Upon a Time is like, it's kind of, if you ignore the climax, it's like Tarantino light. You know, there's, and that, not in a bad way because there's, it's so much more subtle. It's like a Jackie Brown and Pulp Fiction together. Because Jackie Brown was also more of a subtle movie.
Yeah.
So that's what I praise about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But let's go to Django. What about your fourth one?
My fourth one would be Django Unchained.
Django.
Yeah.
So like, but wouldn't you say Django and Inglourious Basterds are like twin brother movies?
I think Inglourious Basterds was just better shot, and it's also got better details. You can see that each shot has so many more meanings than Django Unchained.
Interesting, because I like Django's aesthetics. I like the whole, because it's different from Inglourious Bastard.
Yeah.
Inglourious Bastard is really clear, and every frame is like a picture. But Django is more like I'm turning like pages in a storybook because it's about a downtrodden slave nobody.
Candyland.
Yeah, becoming somebody. Predator Badlands trailer dropped. I saw that, Void.
I need to check it out.
It was awesome. I want to see it now. Take my money.
Why are you streaming? Why don't you check out the Silent Night Daily Night Remake trailer 2025 is out now. It's a teaser. Okay, that is my favorite. What do you think will be more dangerous, being dressed up as Ghostface, a revengeful mother, or revengeful father been dressed up as Ghostface? Honest opinion, boys.
But how can you tell which one when you wear the Ghostface costume? Joe, what happened to your finger? Oh, I was opening a cork of wine and then I cut myself. Thank you for noticing those, Ezzy. I also shave. And you know why I shave? Because tomorrow I have a family event that some of my family said, make sure you shave. I was like, okay, yes, sir. Oh, so, hey, let's stop there for a minute. Let's move to Ridley Scott.
Okay.
Favorite Ridley Scott movie.
Oh, shit, this is hard.
So there's so much more titles, right?
Oh, man. And it's so colorful. Like the genre. It's so...
It's like a buffet.
The spectrum is so crazy.
That's such a good point, man. Hey, okay, then, for Ridley Scott, how about let's change the question. Let's make it top three.
Top three?
Not rank it really, but top three. Just There's no like which one is better. None of.
Oh,
them.
then that makes it much easier.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I can instantly come up with 3.
Okay. Go. Gladiator.
Alien,
Okay, that was easy.
Kingdom of Heaven,
Oh shit.
Director's Cut,
Oh shit, it's not Gladiator.
Blade Runner.
Oh fuck.
Gladiator, yes. It would be included in the top 3 for any other directors, but because Ridley Scott has so many like
No, I don't
amazing
think,
movies.
Well, I'm supposed to call off Joe, but I think a lot of directors will agree with you. Gladiator is the people's favorite.
Yeah.
Because as like, let's be honest, it might have not deserved the Academy Award too. Because as like a film, like technique or something, I mean, it was visually very sumptuous, but you know, maybe not innovative. Or innovative, I don't know. It was a trendsetter. Okay. It's a sign to stop drinking wine. Thank you, Zezzy. That's a good advice. Walker, I don't think there's anything more dangerous than an angry revenge for mother. Look what happened to Billy in Scream. His mother got revenge on Cindy for killing her son. Most definitely, Walker. Yeah. Walker, please, boys, check out the Silent Night, Deadly Night remake trailer right now. No, but Walker, the reason why I'm hesitating is because I don't think we can play it right now. Can we play the Badlands trailer and that trailer, remake trailer? Are we allowed to do that on air? Isn't that copyright?
Well, as long as it doesn't show, so maybe we can watch it here.
Hey, so since Void asked first, Won-Jin, why don't you watch the Predator Badlands trailer? Because I watch it, and then let's watch the Night remake.
Okay.
Yeah, let's watch this together.
Hold on, but we need to use the sound. Oh, it already looks so awesome.
Yo. After Killer of Killers, I love the trailer.
Oh man, this is Droid.
That's right, Ridley Scott.
I love this collaboration, the Wayland Yutani thing.
Yeah, me too. I fucking love it too. I think this is like the actual Alien versus Predator we've been waiting for.
Oh, hold on. Our stream is... Hold on. Okay, there we go.
So, guys, we were watching it, so hold on. We're doing our reaction.
So this is your first hunt. You've come to the most dangerous planet in the universe.
So, for the first time,
I like this.
For the first time, we have Predator as the protagonist.
And we also have a predator struggling to survive in a more hostile environment.
Right.
Because usually it's the hunter.
Right.
But this time it's the prey.
That's a good way. So it's like a novice.
You're after a creature that can't be killed. The definitive apex predator.
Yep.
I could help you.
Apex predator.
I'm
the apex
I
predator.
like that she's cut in half. But she's still fucking strong. Because we know from Prometheus that those androids are not to be messed with.
They're killers too.
Yep. I like that. I like the way you put it. Yeah, so I didn't get this part. There must be like a tribe head coming in, acting as a judge.
Oh man, I'm so gonna watch this. Yo, we gotta watch this.
Take our money!
Take our money, man.
And they got a mech!
Oh,
they got a mech at the end! Hell yeah!
Man, it didn't even need the Mac to sell me.
Yeah.
And I'm sold.
They got you on the Wayland Yutani, right?
Yo, gotta see it. And let's see.
Okay.
Silent Night, Deadly Night remake.
Yeah. Oh man, Void, they totally messed up the engineer plotline. I honestly loved Prometheus, and I should have. I feel like they should have doubled down on.
It has so many possibilities.
But anyway, guys, we're gonna do our reaction to Night Daily.
One film shot audiences
Oh shit.
From the studio that brought you Terrifier 3 comes a new and
Well, that's nothing compared to other horror movies.
this Christmas.
Hell yeah. I like what I'm seeing, guys.
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh!
Hell yeah.
Okay.
All right, Nate. I like what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Scott. I'm watching that. I liked it.
Yo.
And I think Won-Jin was going to enjoy it too because it doesn't have that Japanese horror element that he fucking hates.
Yeah. And I don't know, but it kind of hits me differently because ever since the 80s, we've seen so many different variations of these like horror movies, and also like every Christmas we have these Christmas inspired horror movies and comedy, all sorts of movies. It's not as intriguing as it was probably in the 80s or 90s. Because back then people would understand why it was banned from the movie theaters. But now, I'm pretty sure if they hear the news that movie's banned in the theaters, people will be like, what's the big deal?
We have to remember, we had movies like Antichrist.
That's right.
And disgusting French films. Disgusting noir film French films. So that's nothing.
Yeah. But it looks good.
Oh, I as well. Yeah, Void, you agree with me on the Prometheus part, right? Because Ridley Scott... Hey, Won-Jin, I'm going to do something different from you.
Top 3.
No, but I'm sorry. I'm going to use a cheat code. I have 2 top 3s. Like, Ridley Scott's career cut in half.
Okay.
Before 2000.
Yo, that's cheating. Yo, that's cheating.
No.
But anyways, tell us, what is it?
So before 2000s, Blade Runner, Alien, and Thelma and Louise, was it?
Thelma and Louise.
Yeah, those 3. And after 2000s, Prometheus, fuck yeah. Duelist, fuck yeah.
No, I think it's called The Duel.
Yeah, The Duel. And Kingdom of Heaven, 2007. So that's... I'm sorry I cheated, Won-Jin. I cheated. So you can change your take too. Because you were forced to choose 3 out of so many. Because you know what Ridley Scott does? Because the reason why I chose the 2 lesbians killing themselves is that movie is...
That movie was so powerful.
Yeah.
And the ending was so iconic. You know, they're like them clasping hands together before like they drive off. The first time I watched that scene was when I was like 9 years old.
Yeah.
And I thought back then it was so awesome.
Hey, and do you know what the difference between Tarantino and Ridley Scott is? This is what I mean when Ridley Scott is anti-Spielberg. Like, really,
Amblin Entertainment is not going to do anything like this.
No, like, Ridley Scott is a true feminist.
Alien speaks for all.
Yeah, and his whole oeuvre like proves it. He's a feminist.
That's right.
He's an act like because you could argue that Tarantino is not, and I like there's.
Oh wait a minute, he does
that?
have a movie called The Duelist, but it's not The Duel, the recent one. That's
the
from the
old one.
70s. Are you talking about that movie?
No, I'm talking about the new one.
Okay, then that's The Duel.
The old one is the old one is kind of like the way I approach The first one with Harvey Keitel is good, but it just for me that's different. That's like Reservoir Dogs. It shows what the director wants to do, and he does. Because remember, Won-Jin, we say this all the time. There is no one like Ridley Scott that makes 2 people fighting look awesome. So that's like the seed of it. Remember, in Gladiator 2, 2 people are fighting, but there's a whole army behind each one. They're like representing each idea. Like, so that's the seed of his greatness.
Man. If I have like 2 different sets of top 3s depending on the era.
I'm so sorry to cut you off, but let's read some comments and then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Don't
I like
forget
Ridley
the
more.
slasher film of the 2000 and Wrong Turn. Oh shit, that's a whole nother topic, boy. Yeah. What about the parents? Do you think the protests outside movie cinemas to get his new Killer Sandman movie banned from film because, hey Walker, I think, 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 I And Walker, you got to remember, Zezzy, Walker, and Void. We are at a certain age. We've seen that before. Like I'm at the school where I don't think film or music violence has anything to do with real life violence. That's my take. That's what I learned because you got plenty of cuckoos. Like, for example, like the guy who shot Trump, he didn't do that because he watched these films, you know. So I don't see I don't see like a plausible reason that is so, you know. So Walker, that's my take at least. I can't speak for Won-Jin, but I think Won-Jin kind of agrees with me as Tarantino movie fans. You know, I don't think just because you watch someone blow off in a Hateful Eight movie, I'm not gonna go out and get a gun and start blowing people off. Zezzy, I like Ridley more. Between Tarantino, you mean, yeah? Did you Walker? Did you guys notice the Scream franchise actually saved the horror franchise from being extinct? Really? Come on, but don't you think horror will always be with us, Walker?
Yeah, it's never gonna go away.
Yeah,
because it's such a primitive instinct that we have, this fear
of the unknown, or fear of whatever.
It's why we go to theme parks and get on those scary roller coasters and rides.
That's why Alien is top 3 within your rank of all. That is why I like really more. He is a good feminist. Yeah, no, he's 100% feminist.
It influences child aggressivity. That is still heavily debated. Yeah. Because even before the days of TV, even before the days of, you know, popular media and mass media, children's favorite pastime has always been like playing war. Yeah. Yeah. I guess
how does the movie
it's part of our nature.
To your boy, Silent Night, Deadly Night. I think it's going to be a great time killer. That's my impression. Void. Children of the Corn was eerie and intense. I can never forget that movie. Children of the Corn?
I haven't seen that.
Hey, let's search that. Because Void makes good suggestions. Because remember, Void is he suggested, they suggested Synecdoche.
Synecdoche.
Yeah, and I was so high class that I loved it, while you, who has suggested Old Guard 2 to me, your level of palate is...
Thought it was pretentious.
Exactly. Oh, by the way, guys, this man suggested Old Guard 2 to our audiences and me. And that was a garbage movie.
I gotta tell the fans of Synecdoche, like, you think you're better than me? Is that it? Huh?
No, but
you think you're so sophisticated to understand this?
No, but I still remember your stupid, excited face when you said, "Oh, by the way, Old Guard 2 is out, Joe. Let's check it out." And I was totally fooled by this guy. But anyway,
exposure creates perfect bully. You know, I gotta disagree. That also has a lot of influence by like the nature of the child and the character, because I grew up watching a lot of violent shit, and I don't think I ever became a bully.
No, but don't you think it's also... Oh my god, but we gotta go to The Wire and...
Yeah, and you also... Then we have to move on to video games, you know, like violent video games. I played Mortal Kombat when I was 8. I played GTA when I was 11 and 12.
Maybe that's why you suggested Old Guard 2. You know.
Yeah, so yes... Playing these violent video games and watching violent movies will make you recommend Old Guard 2. Yeah. And make you have very poor taste in movies.
I gotta be honest, Won-Jin, it threatened our friendship. You lost a lot of respect for me.
You know, but anyways, the second batch of Ridley Scott movies. Hold on.
No.
Prior,
what's up? Just 3 more comments. Okay. I'm so sorry. No, we read that. Void. Well, that's self-evident, to be honest. No sane person will go out on a killing spree because of some game. Thank you, Void. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Go. I'm sorry, Void.
So pre-2000s. Yeah. Hold on. Should we count Gladiator as pre-2000s or late 2000s?
Let me change the question. Let's divide Ridley Scott's career in half. Just whatever middle point, early 2000, whatever. What you think? Because I feel like there are 2 stages of him.
So in early days, I would choose Alien.
I agree.
Blade Runner.
I agree.
Well, since you chose Thelma and Louise, let me choose a different one.
Okay.
G.I. Jane.
Oh, that's good.
That was badass. And after 2000s, I'll choose Kingdom of Heaven. Black Hawk Down.
Oh, fuck!
Black Hawk Down. And Prometheus. And a very close third, another contender would be American Gangster.
Hey, before we go to American Gangster, you know, Won-Jin, I respect so much of your 3 choices about Black Hawk Down, Kingdom of Heaven, and what was the third one?
Prometheus?
Yeah. Like, you cannot take away Ridley Scott for being an innovator. Like, Black Hawk Down, I remember, I think he was the first one to film it that way.
Yeah, and that inspired a lot of future war films because of that realism. He basically showed the world how you do combat movies.
And you know why? That's why he's not a big blockbuster sale, because he's the one to do it first. And you know what I love about him? He don't give a fuck. I'm genius, bitch. Watch. I did that. Yeah.
Zero Dark 30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
I did it first.
He's like Ice Cube of directors to me. Who's the best rapper? Me, motherfucker. Me.
I wrote those lyrics.
Yeah, exactly. He did it first. Joe, I must tell you that when Jin told me about Old Guard with that enthusiasm, I was able to hear something weird in his voice. That's right, Zezzy. We are in agreement. Walker, I think the movies of the 90s were better than today's movies. Walker, every chance you get, you shit on the 2000s and praise the 90s. No, Walker, I have a question, though. But don't you think that's kind of our sentimentality? It's like, because we were young and we were more impressionable. So we have a bias. You know, hey, Won-Jin, you know what that is? That's like the, I don't know the scientific term, but like the first information bias.
That's true.
We believe the first thing we hear.
So
or
if you're born in the 60s and you watch Star Wars for the first time when you're 13, that would probably be like the greatest movie ever for you.
That's right. I could actually feel that he was plotting something. Yes, he's talking about Won-Jin, trying to share the pain like a Korean.
What do you think? Do you think movies from the 2000s or the 90s were more violent?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. It's so much more violent now. And when I see the rating of the movie, I sometimes get shocked. I'm like, this is PG-13?
I agree.
Yo.
And sometimes it's not just the outright violence. It's like the material.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do with adult themes.
It's kind of inappropriate sometimes.
Yeah, and fuck adolescents. That's why. Like, that's an adult film. I think he recommended to you on purpose to torture. I agree, Zezzy. Which 1990s movie do you think is better, Free Willy or Dennis the Menace? I'm going to go with Dennis the Menace.
Okay. I would go with Free Willy. I thought Dennis the Menace was better as like a TV series.
Also, your emotional intelligence must be higher than usual, or something must be too right with your brain, Jin. I believe I was exposed to the same kind of visual material as you when I was a kid. Okay. Also slept with sharp objects under my pillow when I was 6 years old.
Damn.
No, but that could be Zezzy, you living in a bad neighborhood. You guys definitely ought to watch the 1984 Children of Corn. It's peak thrill horror. I'm definitely gonna watch it.
We're gonna check it out.
Yeah.
Void knows his shit, or her shit, or their shit.
No, because Void, I love Evil Dead. I watched Evil Dead 2 like 12 times in a row.
I watched Evil Dead 3 like 12 times in a row.
See, that's why you're an old guard 2 person.
Because I was 11 years old.
You're a clown that loves like theater rides. And me and Void, we're deep like thinkers. The Boys is probably one glorious ones out there. Oh, Won-Jin. Gen V Season 2 trailer is out.
Oh, really?
I watched it. I'm going to watch it. We're going to watch it.
Is it coming out this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's August or September or something.
That's like the best thing from Amazon so far.
Yeah. Jin, don't forget you promised.
But I misspoke because we have Reacher. Reacher is also from Amazon. That's right. Not just The Boys.
Yo, no one fucks with the Reacher. Reacher is when Won-Jin's old guard 2 DNA sticks with me. Like, fuck yeah. Let's kill some bad people. Let's do some irreparable damage to them. I love that shit. Fuck yeah, freedom! Shoot the missiles on helicopters! and one of my Reacher is, he has this thing, the old school thing of, I could tell you're a piece of shit. I don't need proof. I can just curve stop you, and then we will all feel justified. Yeah. Joe, I'm going to ask Jin this. What is your opinion on the Silent Night? Yeah, you didn't say your opinion.
I would say it looks like a good slasher film. And I think the parents' reaction is going to be very different this time. Because I think children are already so exposed to something like this on YouTube and stuff.
But Won-Jin, I'm sorry to cut you off, but Walker, Scream 5 spoiled us. I feel like Scream 5, after you suggested it to us and we watched it, Scream 5 is the perfect like mix
Like
of
reboot.
reboot
like
and meta
continuation,
jokes
yeah.
and self-conscious but still entertaining. So Scream 5 ruined me, Walker. That's why even Scream 6 compared to Scream 5 is a lesser film. It did the same thing again, and Scream 5 was really smart that way.
Don't worry, boys. I don't need a gun or a knife. I got a club, and I got my very protective American Bulldog to protect me and Trish. I'll feel bad for the intruder when they see Red.
Oh, Walker, how is Red doing? Is Red all right? I hope Red is all right. Because last time he had some trouble, yeah? Health-wise. Desi, listen, I will make a human-sized...
Reach your dummy and send it over to you guys.
Thank you, Zedzi.
Is it because of the Scream franchise or the Halloween franchise, you mean? Yeah, those also played part in getting people and getting kids kind of more like prepared for slasher films like this.
Oh, now that we mentioned that, Ridley... I feel like the difference between Tarantino and Ridley Scott is Tarantino defies genre because he can bring horror element to an action film. But Ridley Scott is like, hey, I'm going to do fucking horror. I'm going to do fucking horror. Shut the fuck up. I'm going to do epic. I'm going to do epic. Shut the fuck up. So that's the difference. Ridley Scott, I'm going to go for this film, G.I. Jane. She's cool-ass warrior. Fuck everything. Hell yeah. And then, like, so Ridley Scott makes, like, these genres that are like water, oil, sesame sauce, and different. Well, Tarantino just brings in all those elements to one film. Because even in Reservoir Dogs, remember, there's a horrifying scene of Michael Madsen, rest in peace, like dancing along to the music before cutting off the ear of a cop.
Which is so fucked up. That is truly... It's like you're actually witnessing a madman.
Yeah, and horrifying and funny at the same time. So that's the difference.
On a serious note, what do you guys think about the Thai-Cambodian war? I don't know, but the only thing that came to my mind is like that's why for any country you need power. Like both economic and military. Because Cambodia had to go to like the UN to plead the Security Council to intervene to stop this, and they don't have any air power.
Well, Void, I've been to Cambodia before, so I actually know a little bit about this because I spent a week there meeting local leaders and Korean community there, and you know, a lot of times these border trouble happens because a lot of powerful people want to keep their power. You know, it looks like it's actually national border crisis, but in Cambodia case, like for me, I feel like it just benefits Cambodia's leadership. Because by the way, guys, for people who don't know, like Thailand and Vietnam are the two lions in Southeast Asia. They're like the hegemons. So for it like image-wise, it looks good on Cambodia, like stepping up to Thai like that. But you know what? Before we end it, Void, I want to add. No, we can talk because we said everything and anything. Remember, guys, it's the soldiers that are dying. So that's the horrifying part. And with a hole in the back, so you can finally do what you always dreamed of doing with Reacher. What? Zinzi, are you implying that Won-Jin is gonna like jump on me with hamster lords that he's hiding under the cushion with a Reacher doll naked, and then like tie us naked and make us watch like Old Guard 2 while we fornicate? Is that what you're saying? But anyway, don't worry, boys. Red is thriving. Oh, that's good to hear, Walker. I hate it when dogs are hurt. What would scare you the most? I kill a Santa coming at you, or somebody dressed up as a Ghostface?
You know, Ghostface, I would expect a Ghostface to come stab me, but if a killer Santa's coming up to me with like a knife to stab me in a Santa costume, yeah, that would be more terrifying.
Hey, I can't believe this is a question. Anybody running at me, I'm scared. Like, I don't care if you're dressed as Santa or Ghostface. No, but Void, keep the question coming if you're interested in that, because Cambodia and Thai history is... Southeast Asian history is much more complicated than we give credit for because they rarely get like mainstream coverage.
Boom, mic drop. What would be more scary for you guys? Somebody dressed up as Ghostface coming at you, or somebody dressed up as Santa Claus with an axe? Santa Claus with an axe for me.
Yo, Walker, why is that even quick? Both of them scare me. I can't decide. Do you guys remember the South Korean student Sydney Sun who went missing in Philadelphia a few years ago? She was a Korean student. Really? She went missing on Halloween night? God damn. How do you know all these things, Walker? Well.
Hold on. We have to come up with honorable mentions for Ridley Scott.
All right.
One of them would be for me. Hold on.
No, but while you're thinking, the Cambodia thing, I think, has a lot to do with the Hussein family trying to keep power in Cambodia too. And if you go to Cambodia, most people there are poor, so it's not like what you go through in America, man.
Honorable mention would be The Martian.
Oh, really?
Martian was a good movie for me.
That was the least Ridley Scott movie for me. I felt like he's like, okay.
That was more like in a sense, it's like Gladiator. That's like a people's film.
No, but I felt like, yeah, that's true. But I felt like Martian was like, Ridley Scott's like, oh, I can do this in my sleep. Fine studio. They're like, so Scott, we've been giving you so much money. Could you at least make a movie that we want to make? And then, you know, I was like, all right, fine. Matt Damon, all right, come over here. The likable guy. I can do this story in my sleep. Because Martian is a very traditional story.
It's like a man against nature thing.
Sure, and my favorite scene is when the reporter's like, are you going to resign? No. And then he steps off, the CEO, or was it the astronaut? Like, yeah.
And another one would be...
Guys, while Won-Jin is
the name of the
thinking,
movie.
mention your favorite Tarantino and Scott films too, guys. Because me and Won-Jin, we have fun talking about this. There was a case of an Asian girl that mysteriously disappeared and was found on top of the hotel in water tank. The case was super weird because nobody could understand what happened to her. Oh, Jesus.
Remember that movie about drug cartel? The Counselor, was it?
Ridley Scott.
That was Ridley
Michael
Scott
Fassbender.
too. Yeah, that was also a very intriguing movie.
You know, can I tell you something about that? Cormac McCarthy, one of the greatest writers in American fiction, wrote the script for that.
Now that you say it, I can kind of see where the influence is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like just like No Country for Old Men. It's kind of, it feels like a precautionary tale.
Well, that Won-Jin, that goes into a deep because let me put it this way: Cormac McCarthy's themes are a lot of Ridley Scott film themes. It really questions human nature, and it usually portrays human nature as in a negative light.
In this case, there's a lot of greed.
And that movie worked because Cormac McCarthy wrote the script, and I think Ridley Scott bought it right away. He just went, "I'm making that." And for people who don't know, the film was like critically panned a little in the beginning, but I think if you rewatch it again, it's sort of an anti-film because you expect this big shootout, just like No Country for Old Men, but it's not. It's sort of a, why did you come here? You thought you were going to see something different. You thought you were going to see this hero who's trying to make a side drug deal, and you thought things were going to go great. No, fuck you.
And that message is both to the audience and the protagonist. Because that could also be said to Michael Fassbender's character, as well as the audience.
And it is a morality tale too, but you got to remember, there are scenes in the film where the woman, what's her name, from Mask.
Cameron Diaz?
Yeah, Cameron Diaz is always next to like cheetahs.
And she also has a cheetah tattoo on herself.
She's portrayed as a
predator.
And she wins at the end. So it's kind of a dark take on. Remember in like Middle Ages, there were like these morality tales and the Faustian deal, and you always pay for it. It's kind of like that. Very dark.
That's better put.
But not just that, but the villain is also portrayed as a winner. Because remember, in the final scene of Counselor, she speaks to the audience like,
I'm famished.
Yeah. I'm a hunter. Yeah. I don't give a fuck.
And she also gets Brad Pitt killed, the one who was trying to get out of the game with that horrific device.
Yeah, they explain the device in the beginning. Yeah. Oh, but anyway. No, but I agree. Hey, Won-Jin, I can't believe you. So that's part of your honorable mention, man. I can't. Are you the same person that suggested Old Guard too? Like, why do you have such?
This is Ridley Scott we're talking about,
That's
man.
right. Okay.
And look at the genres that he covers just based on like the selections we have. Man, he's got a space thriller.
All right,
He then has this medieval epic.
All right, that's true.
Yo.
Yeah. Oh, and you promised me, boys, that you will watch the free. No. Won-Jin promised you, Walker, and he's gonna watch it. Yeah. Zezzy, apparently they found out later that. Come on, Zezzy. Let's not go into those. Let's not get too dark. That's too dark, Zezzy. Yes, Void. Yeah, it's kind of concerning that there's an increase in rate of conflict starting all over the world. Is Cambodia still communist? No, Cambodia is not communist. It's officially a democracy, but in actuality, it's an authoritarian regime. Because Hussein, before he passed over his power to his son, it's kind of like Russia. Russia is not a communist country. It's official. Like the only communist country I think is North Korea and China right now, right? Is Cuba still?
Cuba.
Yeah. So those three, aren't they? Like Cambodia
Aren't
is
there
not.
more? Isn't Vietnam still communist?
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Vietnam is too, but Cambodia is not officially a communist country. It's an authoritarian regime with a democratic cover. For me, Ridley was the maker of Alien. That is my supreme favorite movie for life. Joe, did you cry? Like, when did I? What do you mean, Zezzy? I must have missed your comment timely.
Oh, and Laos. Laos is communist. So those 5 countries: China, Vietnam, North Korea, Cuba, and Laos.
Yeah, China is also the biggest investor in Laos. Scott, I want to help because China is doing that too. China is intentionally investing in a lot of weaker countries in Southeast Asia to 견제를 영어로 뭐라 그러지?
To keep something in check.
To check the other more powerful nations like Vietnam and Thailand. Thailand was never colonized.
Yeah, they always managed to strike a deal.
Yeah, they never colonized.
Even with Japan.
And you gotta give them credit for that.
Especially the king.
Yeah, you gotta give them credit for that. That's amazing international politics. How do you keep Ridley Scott will do if he did a Scream film?
That's gonna be so awesome. That's gonna be so awesome.
Yeah.
That we're gonna go to the theaters without even seeing the trailer.
You know, he's gonna direct it with his finger. It's still gonna be amazing. because I think sometimes when Ridley Scott care less, it comes out of a better film. Yeah.
That's like asking, what would it be like if Michael Schumacher drove taxis?
Yeah. Zezzy, Void, there was a theory that said... Oh, no. Void, there was a theory that said there will be a big war or world war every 100 years. We are getting close. No, but guys, I want to say this. We have always been at war. There was never no war.
Oh, Jin, you promised me, my friend. You watched the Free Willy movies and we can do a full... Trust me. Walker, I'm going to watch the other 2. I already watched the first Free Willy, so I'm going to watch 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And I'm still on only the first episode of Once Upon a Time. I didn't manage to watch the next episodes. So I'll check them out in the near future.
China is also authoritarian, pseudo-democratic. No, but I don't think... No,
they're not democratic
They're
at
not
all.
even pseudo-democratic. They never said democratic at all. Yeah. Did you cry when you hurt your finger? No, I didn't, Zedzi. But thank you for asking. Oh, well, that's terrible. You're talking about Cambodia? Yeah, Void. If you ever go to Cambodia... You're going to have a different opinion about... I'm assuming you're a Westerner. You're going to have a different opinion about... Because Won-Jin and I talked about this, but I cannot talk about this on air.
Why do people worry that China's going to start World War III and Russia's going to be their allies? Do you believe that? Or no, a lot of people are concerned? It's going to be, in my opinion, very difficult to start World War III. Because unlike... the days of World War II and World War I, these countries don't really want to be involved in other geopolitical conflicts. So even if China starts a war, for example, maybe they invade Taiwan or something, it's not. I don't think it's gonna expand and proliferate into like a full world war.
No, but if I add simple comments to that, Walker, there's so many presupposition in your question. Like, will China start World War III? Like, I want to like China has never. The only time China invaded a country is Vietnam in the 70s. Like, this is not a country that has actually invaded any other country. I can tell you which country has invaded other countries the most. That's a country called United States of America, who and okay, shall I stop here? Like, because if you
I
go
don't know,
into,
because if we have any like audience from Tibet, they're gonna say otherwise.
no, but oh, you're right. No, but I think because the reason why I should have worded correctly, I said the last time China invaded Vietnam in the 70s, but they invaded Tibet before that or around
like in
that
the
time.
50s, yeah.
But that was Mao Zedong, but you have to differentiate between war and oppression. So that's a very loaded question, Walker.
So, regardless of China or not, I don't think it's going to be very easy to start World War III these days. I mean, look at Ukraine and Russia. That could, back like in the old days, that could easily expand into like further theaters.
No,
and
but
bring
what-
involvement.
No, Won-Jin, I totally disagree with your assessment there. What Russia's invasion of Ukraine proves, hear me out, okay? This is just my logic. If it's convenient, a stronger country will invade a weaker country all the time.
And
So
other countries
let
will
me
sit there watching.
No, but let me add one more thing. That's because their skin is not in it yet, but if they feel like their skin is in it enough, it could always escalate to World War III. Like, so that's my different take a little bit.
Okay. Because in order for a war to be a world war, we need like multiple countries all joining in, just like in World War II. But
So no. But see, this is the problem with Walker. Your question, because are we defining war as in like hot war traditionally? Like, because you could argue that the other countries are participating in this conflict because they are supporting Ukraine financially.
no,
with
that's
weapons.
just a proxy.
Right.
That's
So
just a
we're talking
proxy.
about hot war,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Where other
World
countries
war.
send troops.
Mm.
No. I know what
Just
you mean.
like
but
the Allies and
I know
Axis.
what you're saying. I'm just clarifying the definition. Because if there is a hot war, like Asia will be the likeliest place. Because Walker, you are right that China is the most capable of that. But let's say China decides to invade Taiwan, right? There are so many ways that can escalate. For instance, let's say China does an amphibious, like part invasion and try to control the seat of governments. But let's that fail, and let's say week goes by, and Taiwan keeps saying in the press that this is an invasion. Where are my allies? Because America, they will know that the amphibious ambition happened within 24 hours. But they'll have to make a decision whether to say this is a war or not. The moment they admit it, and okay, and before, guys, this is fun, or do you want me to stop? Because like, if China was so worried before they did the amphibious invasion, they would strike Korea bases where there are American troops if they think about the escalation. So this is going to be, okay, in a word, total fuck up. So, like, that's,
in my opinion, a move that will never happen. Because they know, like, the once they start hitting American forces, they will never win the war in long term.
So I have a different question, Won-Jin. Because you're a smart guy, a common sense guy. But don't you think if China would think that America will not commit to their promises, and let's ignore the strikes on American bases, just do an amphibious invasion to Taiwan, don't you think that is a possibility for Taiwan to think about? And it could be done, maybe in 10 years?
What would Taiwan do?
No, I'm saying China would do an amphibious invasion in Taiwan, like a covert operation, the way Russia did with like some of the old Soviet bloc nations, where they send a small troop first to take over the government infrastructure. And by the time America realizes what happened, it'll be too late for them to respond.
If that actually happens, then I'm pretty sure it's not going to escalate into a world war, in my opinion. But I think it's very unlikely that the U.S. wouldn't know. They would always know.
No, but yes. But the question is, will America respond? Because if the moment America responds, which they have a agreement on with Taiwan, but
and you have to understand, the U.S. will intervene in any conflict with Taiwan, not just to protect Taiwan as an ally, but to keep their dominance in the Taiwanese Strait, which is a strategically important naval passage. So it's always in their interest to hold dominance in that area, regardless of Taiwan.
No. But that's always a given. But that has nothing to do with the war scenario, because the war scenario is
because the moment China successfully invades Taiwan and take over Taiwan, it means the U.S. loses control of the Taiwan Strait.
No. So
they're not going to let that happen.
So my question is, will America respond?
Probably for that reason.
No, but the moment America respond, you have to remember it escalates, because that will. Don't you think most likely that will involve Japan and Korea? Oh, guys, by the way, there's no right and wrong answer. We're spitballing
that
here.
too, but I'm pretty sure China is like weighing and simulating all this, and I bet they won't be able to go face to face with the U.S. They will choose to negotiate.
So,
Because-
but then that changes the whole dynamic, because they know that they won't be able to face U.S. They won't invade Taiwan in the first place. That's your argument, right? Yeah, there we go. So no, because the details are important, because we were given because my question. This is my fault. I did a presupposition where China is intending to invade Taiwan, but you're saying that's not going to happen at all.
Okay, whoa, hold on.
If I remember correctly, Joe.
Hold on. We have to go further up.
Sorry, guys. We were taking your question very seriously this time.
I forgot what it was called, but since China has open borders, it's not considered 100% communist. I don't remember what term it was, but there was a specific term for their political regime.
I'm sorry, Sissy, you were wrong. They are a communist country.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but economic system-wise, they've adopted like this hybrid capitalism, but still politically, they're all like full communist.
No, I want to add to that. Won-Jin is actually saying right, but we have to term it carefully. Politically, they are a communist regime, yes. But there are capitalist market elements in it, it seems like, to everybody else. That's the correct way to say it.
If I remember correctly, Joe, you work in tech, right? Has AI impacted your industry?
I did years ago. So this AI has impacted every industry. That's the best way to put it. But to what degree is, I think, the question. Wouldn't you agree, Won-Jin? AI is impacting, because AI, hey guys, for you don't know, AI has been impacting our industry for 10 years, past 10 years, intensely. All your cameras and your smartphones, they all use algorithms that are AI, deep learning AI. So I think, Void, that's a good question, but I think the next question should be, how much are they impacting? And I think, Won-Jin, this is the first time I think I'm saying this. I think you'll agree. Like, AI is starting to impact us like never before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this always reminds me of like the internet in 1995.
The .com
when
bubble or
when it
before?
was like this big buzzword, and even back then people did not exactly picture the world we live today with the internet. So with this chat GPT and this large language model AI, we're only at the very beginning of this entire paradigm shift into a different world. So I get this like deja vu, but the impact on like every industry is going to be so massive that we don't even see what it's going to look like in 20 years.
Zezzy, nah, continue. I need this kind of forgot a lot, because nobody around me talks about interesting topic like. Because hey guys, if we're gonna talk about a topic like this, me and Won-Jin, we need to set up a rule, guys. There are no right and wrong answer. Okay, I don't want this to be about like a dick pic contest, because
and this is all basically hypothetical, so we don't even know the answer.
The reason why I want to make this clear, because this is a topic that is different from when me and Won-Jin talk about movies and stuff. This. Like, I sincerely believe that if you are uninformed, you shouldn't talk about this. And me and Won-Jin, I want to make sure we and Won-Jin, we're not the fully informed of the people, okay? So, like, I want all our subscribers to be like that. And if you don't like that, go to another channel when you talk about politics. Void.
I don't think the U.S. has invaded as many countries as, say, Imperial Japan.
Well, the Mongol Empire will disagree with you, and the British Empire.
The U.S. and Japan.
Oh.
Hold on, let's see. Japan invaded China, Korea, Taiwan, what was it called back then? The Malays?
Yeah, something like
something?
that. No, but most of Southeast Asia. No, most of Southeast Asia.
Singapore.
Yeah, and they fought with Australians too.
Yeah, but they didn't invade Australia. They were fighting with the Australian Navy in the seas. So I think it's roughly like 6-7 countries.
Mm-hmm.
The U.S., Vietnam, Grenada, Panama.
This is a good one, Jin. No, wait. Did they invade Panama?
Okay.
No, because see, this is sorry, Void and Won-Jin, I'm sorry, I have to interfere.
It's okay. It's like a single, maybe military operation. Yeah.
Which country has U.S. interfered militarily?
Okay.
That's the
that's different from invasion.
Because guys, remember 20 minutes ago, I asked Won-Jin, are you talking about a hot war or like so? So here we have to be clear. Like U.S. have interfered militarily in a lot of countries, not an outright invasion.
Not the invasion would be Iraq,
Yeah,
Afghanistan. I think they're roughly like on the same level. Imperial Japan and the U.S.
Okay.
Now that I count them. Because I initially agreed with Void, so yeah, maybe Imperial Japan invaded a lot of countries. But now that I count these countries the U.S. has invaded, and if we add the countries the U.S. interfered with, then I think the list grows longer.
This is why this is a delicate subject. Yeah, but that was funny, Won-Jin. That was really
USA ended up invading Japan as well in one way or another.
No.
But I wouldn't call that invasion because Japan started a war against the United States without a war declaration on a Sunday morning where people are going to church.
No, but Won-Jin, counter invasion is still an invasion. That's what I meant by hot war. Like, not on the big Japan island we see on map, but American soldiers did land on peripherally islands that are Japanese territory. So they had land forces land. So that is a counter invasion. No?
Iwo Jima, baby.
Yeah. I'm trying not to racially offend anybody. I'm just saying what I saw on the internet, on SBS, on the news, that China could start the next world war. Yeah, I mean, but... Hey, I think we're being a little bit unfair to China. Can I say something, Won-Jin? Hear me out. If you are a country, a government representing the quarter of the world's population, I think you do deserve a voice, though. Like, and Won-Jin, this is coming from a Korean. I'm trying to be objective, so I think we should keep in mind that we should also get China's perspective on this thing, because China's narrative is very different, and are some of that like seemingly BS? Yes, but some of them is also, China is a very different country from America. It's surrounded in all regions, and I have never seen a country that is not intense about its border security.
I bet China would behave very differently if it only shared borders with Canada and Mexico.
Won-Jin, you hit the fucking head.
They would be very different. I guarantee you.
Let's not go. But see, the funny thing is, America with 2 borders is hysterical about their 2 borders. Like, imagine China with 13 borders. Like, so yeah. Oh wait, were there more comments up? Sorry guys. Void, you brought up a good question though. Yeah, I like this stuff. Yeah, the Taiwan thing is unworkable. I don't think China has an advantage.
I don't know. I think China has an advantage in a war with the U.S. Their industrial base is larger than any other country. They're quickly catching up in tech as well. But if you talk about the sheer military power, they still have a long way to go. They're not a match for the United States.
Won-Jin, judge my comment, okay? You and I, we can't predict the future, right? For the past 70 years, no one has been able to come close to the military capacity of one country. Do you think this is a correct statement, Won-Jin? And I'm talking about, of course, United States of America. And I dare argue that the past 150 years, as soon as the Western powers got control of the sea and America dominated it, there's been really no challenge. but we never know the future.
And one of the biggest differences is not the sheer might of the military force itself, but it's the experience. Because the United States has vast history of and experience of projecting power abroad.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's a very different capability of preparing against like invasions
And
domestically.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
And that's a very good point. Don't you think America has been the only country for the past 70 years that has successfully did that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, not successfully because they did it, but whether it was a success or not is a completely different thing.
And because, projecting power elsewhere outside of your country, that's a huge logistical nightmare for any country.
Hey, guys, do you know the funny thing? This country called United States of America, just this week, told a country thousands of miles away, who is the world's fourth largest economy.
Isn't it the third largest?
No, it's the
fourth. I think it's the U.S., China, and then Japan.
No,
and then
I
it's
think
Germany.
No, Germany overtook Japan.
Really?
Yeah, recently.
Oh, where?
And do you know what, Won-Jin? Do you know what's funny? You guys are gonna love this. India is about to undertake Japan in 8 years.
That makes sense.
So it's
because of the population.
So it's gonna be America, China, Germany, India very soon. But by the way, Japan is still the fourth largest economy in the world. So I'm adding because Won-Jin mentioned the word power projection. America just told countries thousands of miles away that how things are going to go, and Japan,
like where you're going to invest, where you're going to invest your money in my industry,
what you're going to do, and told them to basically say, shut the fuck up. so if that's not a power projection, I don't know. Hey guys, let me tell you some funny thing. Me and Won-Jin were having this discussion, and I was like, man, I said this first. Man, like, world is so scary. And it used to be, at least they used to be polite about it. And Won-Jin said something funny that I still remember. He's like, no, this is like naked savagery.
Oh, no, blatant savagery. Because I think you said, what was it? Veneer of civility.
Yeah.
And I said, this is blatant savagery now.
like, guys, like, okay, I'm going to take off my objective hat and be a Korean for a while. Do you know how shocking it is for me to watch America treat Japan and us this way? It's to be honest, fucking weird, man.
Uh-huh.
And all I can say is I don't like
we got to
it.
catch up with
Walker, we're going to read your comment. I'm so sorry.
China has an advantage in the war with the U.S. Okay, we read this. I was watching the news lately, boys, with those dire wolves. Can you imagine the size of them when they get to full size?
Walker, we were excited for the news too.
Yeah. Scientists think we're a step closer from bringing back other extinct species like the mammoth and the saber-toothed tiger. Maybe dinosaurs. You know how years ago weaponized animals, can you just imagine if we brought dinosaurs back to life and weaponized them for war? Horses, elephants, can you imagine seeing weaponized T-Rex or Triceratops? I've seen that photo from this fan artist. I forgot his name, but he had this series called Badass Presidents, and there's like a drawing of Ronald Reagan with an Uzi on a Velociraptor with a rocket launcher attached.
You showed me that photo 2 years ago, man.
So I can already picture it. Dinosaurs being weaponized.
Oh my god,
that's gonna be awesome. Just imagine you're camping in the Pacific Northwest. You're in front of your campfire. You two, one knocks, you get rocks front at you, and you hear a loud house, and Bigfoot's doing it scary, huh? I think I lost hope. If he was real, I think Godzilla could protect us from World War III. Do you think Godzilla will be on our side or the Chinese side? Godzilla will be on Godzilla's side.
Exactly.
Yeah.
On the side of justice.
Mm-hmm. Who would have thought that Terence Toa solving compressed sensing would be a big factor in the rise of AI?
I don't know Terence Toa. Can you elaborate? Do you know Won-Jin?
No, I don't know.
No, but compression technology, without talking about Mr. Terence Toa, compression technology has been a game changer for everything. Yes.
The difference between the USA and China is in a possible conflict is that Americans have human rights, Chinese don't have that.
Well, no, but I'm so sorry. Can I intervene a little? I think you're simplifying it a little bit. Because a lot of African Americans will disagree, no? Because human right... For Won-Jin, let's take Korea, for example. Human rights exist as a concept and a goal, but would you say... Because we just saw 3 laborers get crushed by a machine in a factory. I mean, there's human rights, the concept, and rights being applied. So I don't know if that's a really differentiating point between China and U.S.
I guess maybe China has just as much human rights as long as that human doesn't criticize the Communist Party.
Maybe.
Yeah. In my view, China is like a wild beast with no morals, and the USA is like a fight dog that was well trained, when to bite, when to bark. Between these two, there's only one winner, the one who bites first, and the one without remorse, morals, or human rights.
Oh, but Zedzi, Won-Jin, you're gonna love this. Do you think there is a such thing as Western civilization? I'm not the first one to say this.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah, how would you do?
The first thing that comes to mind is, like the Greek Roman civilization.
See, exactly. I can already counter your argument. Like, don't you think the West stole that and called it theirs? And because there's this independent geography place called Greece. Like, how is that Western? Because they decided to, right? Mm-hmm. Like, so, I mean, because the reason why I say this is because you're talking about human rights, Zedzi, and you kind of framed it in a way like, because calling China, what was the expression she used? Like a
wild beast.
I totally disagree with that assessment because, I think it's a simplification of a country, like a state. Like, I don't think it works that way, Zedzi. I'm sorry.
If you heard wolves howling, what would you be like if you went camping, you heard wolves howling? I would get the hell out of there. Because if it's howling, maybe it's sending a signal that there's a snack camping out right there. Let's go, boys. That's what they might be howling, so I'm not staying there.
Yeah. Do you boys agree with Misai and his son Glorious to bring back other extinct species like woolly mammoth? You know what? I agree with it now. Because why not? Like, because that provides more data for human cloning, yeah? Maybe. Well, it's not that one-sided, Joe. Japan's central bank relies on the dynamics of the U.S. economy. They're a massive creditor of the U.S. for a reason. No, but why is that a counter to my argument? That you are saying something that is, in fact, true. Like, but there's the Joe, human rights left over, like, not 100%, but some human rights overall. No. But I think we're discussing different topics. If you're talking about reality of the world, it's very different from human rights world, no? Walker, Joe, how does your dog react with wolf howls? Thank God he's never been near a wolf before. But I don't think he's gonna like it, Walker. Because I think dogs and wolves, I mean, first of all, wolf is a big animal. So I think any small animal that meets a big animal reacts either very defensively or aggressively. There will be a response.
All right, we've been talking for 72 minutes. Let's take about 5 more comments.
All right.
Let's take about 5 more.
No, but to add to what you said, Void, every country in the world relies on U.S. Central Bank.
Joe, you lived in America. How would you feel you're camping? You have rocks thrown, wood knocks, and Bigfoot howls. How would you feel if you heard them?
What?
If it were me, I wouldn't really know what the hell's going on because I would have no idea what Bigfoot sounds like. But if it's like something I've never heard, I'm getting the hell out of there anyways.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm calling the authorities. Yeah. Does he know, Joe? In Italy, there's this Rayon, tutto il mondo y pace, briefly translate as the whole world is a village, which means everybody is the same everywhere, even if we seem different, we are not. Well, Zezzy, that's a very good comment you made, because you're not really countering my argument. You're making a new comment. But back to my Western civilization, question to Won-Jin was, the world as a community is also a new concept. world has been a community for a long time, but we being conscious of it and trying to do something, I think, is a relatively new phenomenon. No.
So when you played Wolf Howl on the TV, how did your dog react? Have you ever played
No.
like a Wolf Howl?
I'm sorry.
No?
Walker, I can't answer that question, because I never
Yeah.
done that before.
You know, when I was over at my friend's house in middle school, he had 2 dogs, and we had the CD of other dogs howling. When he played that, the dogs would react to it though. I'm not sure about wolf howls, but the dogs do react to other dog howling sounds.
Yeah. Zezzy, this is a comment to the fact that you were asking about
Western civilization.
No, it's a good comment, Zezzy. No, but I'm not denying that Western, propagated a lot of concepts that are accepted by a lot of people. So that's actually, you're right. I think the world as a community is a recent phenomenon led by Western powers. Let's change the term.
Jin, why don't you look up on YouTube right now Bigfoot howls and Bigfoot sounds? Hold on, let's see.
There are sounds on that? I'll be horrified.
Bigfoot howl. What's it gonna be like? 94 Ohio Bigfoot howls in HD. Oh no!
No, but Middle Ages
Advertisement.
Middle Ages Italy culture is amazing. Zizzy, I agree with a lot of what came from Italy. I think Italy just has an advantage in having so much historical cultural legacy that they can bring out of from a lot of classical writings and the Catholic Church. Is that a Bigfoot?
Yeah, but it kind of sounds like a siren. It's like, whoa.
Yeah. It's not as deep as I thought it would be. I honestly thought it was going to be a baritone.
Okay. All right, one more comment.
I'm saying it because I see how Koreans are, for example, just as racist with outsiders as Romanians are with outsiders, just as much as... No, but Zezzy, you're absolutely right on that matter. Korea is in sort of a way not connected to that dialogue you are mentioning. Because I work with a lot of Australians, but they talk about what's going on in a lot of Western countries, like it matters to them. The problem with Korea is like that we are not part of that discussion, and Zezzy, you are absolutely right. And me and Won-Jin, we talk about this all the time, all the time. Void. Terence Tao is the leading mathematician responsible for solving compressed sensing. He has a super unique life story. Is an actual real life. Okay.
Oh, he's won a Fields Medal.
We
Isn't that like the Academy Awards for math?
Is it
Fields Medal?
Wow, Void. I'm a humanities person, so this is all brand new information to me.
He's an Australian-American mathematician, Fields Medalist, and a professor of mathematics at the University of California, Los Angeles. He's studied in... He's got his PhD from Princeton, so he's a super genius mathematician.
Zezzy, is that feeling that space gets invaded or something, I think? No, but back to Romania comparison. I bet my bottom dollar that Romanians are actually more world conscious than Koreans are. We don't think that way. We think in terms of East Asia. And when I say East Asia, I'm talking about China, Japan, Korea, and some other Eastern Asian countries. Because we are so tied to our geography. Void of Parrot. He graduated high school at the age of 12 and was competing in the... Wow, genius. That's genius. Pure genius.
And his wife, Lauren, is an electrical engineer at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory.
How old are they?
He's born in 75.
Okay.
So his father was a doctor. His mother studied mathematics and physics.
Oh, wow.
Man, imagine how smart his kids would be.
Zezzy, if you think of it, we are just the same. Beyond our language and difference, we are just as the shitty with each other. That's so true, Zezzy. But when that meets reality, it always gets corrupted. Scott Walker, I was hoping next week we can look up Bigfoot sounds on YouTube together. Walker, are there more than one Bigfoot sound? Zezzy, do you think in terms of us or in terms of me, myself, and I? I don't understand that question.
I don't know, but unconsciously, a lot of Korean people use the word 우리, which is like
us.
pronoun for we or us. So when you say my house, we don't say 내 집, we say 우리 집. That already means our house, not my house.
No, but that our... So this is a very good question. Sometimes that our just mean my immediate family. Sometimes that our just means my immediate circle. Sometimes that means the whole nation.
Yeah, but we still have the word 내,
Yeah.
which is my, but we don't use it.
So, Zessie, if you're talking about individualism and collectivism, Won-Jin, please correct me if you think I'm wrong. We do have lingos and thought processes that seem to go through collectivism, but in reality, we see egocentric behavior all the time.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So you have to look underneath the surface too, because if you go through the surface, we do talk in terms of group, collective, but
when you watch us behave,
yeah,
it's not the case.
That's not how it goes. Yeah, but that's a very great question, Zezzy. By the way, very great question. Me and Won-Jin also talk about this all the time. All Koreans talk about this all the time behind closed doors. Please do not assume that the news you see about us is what we really think. Like all countries.
Right. One more comment.
Yeah. One more comment. Scott Walker, next week we'll look up some Bigfoots together on Let's Talk like we did today. Okay? One more new comment. Oh man, this was a great Let's Talk, but also very tiring. Man, those are some heavy topics.
That is one difference, you think, as a community or family. That means you are willing to show teamwork and help each other in need. Remains don't even pretend.
No, but there's, again, ZZ, that's a good question. But Korea's collectivism also comes with collective violence. We have a tendency to ostracize one person or one group.
And gang up on them.
Yeah, and abuse them. So there's a darker side to what you're talking about. And the reason why, Won-Jin, I don't think I'm wrong in saying this. That sort of feeling of being abused is also one of the reasons why we have went through political turmoil for the past 10 years. And I'm being very careful right now because I don't want to say who's right and wrong, but that's also a big case.
Individualism doesn't exclude collective action, but collectivism does exclude individualism.
Well, in theory, but not in practice.
Yeah.
Not in practice.
Because
what you say is very correct, but not in practice. Because we are not machines. And you should see how Koreans talk in public and in private. That's very different. So, Void, that's a good comment. Oh, Desi, let's talk more about often because this is nice. If you like it, okay? But you guys have to promise this is not a pissing match, okay?
All right, guys. Scott Walker, of course, there are more Bigfoot sounds. They do wooden off, scream, howls, and people have been reported having things thrown at their tent. All Bigfoot running across the road. That's a very solid point.
One more comment. If that is true, every communist country should have succeeded. But that's not how it goes, now, is it?
All right.
So anyway, guys, hey, great talk today. Thank you so much for joining in, guys. Next week we're gonna do Sandman season 2, volume 2, and the special episode. So we're gonna comment. We're gonna do a review of Sandman, and then if there are any movies that drop in between, we will most likely do the most well-known one. Because there was a movie that was out in America, but I know what you did last summer. The only reason why, Walker, we couldn't watch it is it's not out in theaters. Korea. That's why we missed it.
Here.
Yeah. So next week, Sandman 2 is 100%, and we will try to catch in a movie or two.
Yeah.
Zezzy, I just want to refresh my knowledge in such conversation. Oh, that's good, Zezzy. But
okay.
Me and Won-Jin, we're not authority. We're just two Korean guys spitballing here. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining in. I hope y'all have a great week. Next week, let's see each other on Saturday and discuss anything and everything in all movies and TV shows. This has been Joe J Movie So Awesome. I'm Joe.
I'm Won-Jin.
We'll see you next week. Bye, bye, bye.
Bye-bye. I think stunt women are in just as much risk as stunt men. I bet a lot of them get hurt. All right. Freedom.
Freedom.